actually invented scrapbooking, not women. So, the first, one of the main scrapbookers was Thomas Jefferson. He first started scrapbooking to inform future generations about his presidency. So he would have little scrapbooks with like newspaper clippings in it and stuff, so everybody in the future would know about scrapbooking. So though some things have changed, the purpose of scrapbooking still is the same. We all want the future generations to know about our time period or about us. So today I'm going to tell you about the progression of scrapbooking. Okay, history was influenced by scrapbooking, obviously, since Thomas Jefferson kept some of his past accomplishments in scrapbooks. We now have that access to that information. And so I think the past is important, and you'll find that the past is important to you. You know, you take pictures on your phone, that's important. So, and y'all know I like scrapbooking, obviously. This is my second scrapbooking speech. But scrapbooking is, like I said, it's important for history. And I did the research not only to help with this speech, but also so I can understand it better, and it makes me connect to my hobby a little bit more. Okay? Over the past 40 years, scrapbooks progressed a lot. Starting in the 1800s is what we're going to look at first, and then next we're going to look at the 1900s, and then last I want to tell you about the 21st century. Okay? Now that you know my three main points, next I want to tell you my first point, which is the 1800s. The purpose of scrapbooking back in the 1800s was the use of educational tools. They, like Thomas Jefferson, how he used his as an educational tool for the future, other people did the same thing. Some of the advancements that was created during this time was, the big thing was photography in 1837, and that obviously influenced scrapbook a lot. The lightweight Kodak camera, so people could take the camera with them, and it was really portable. And they had pre-made scrapbooks, and an interesting fact is that Mark Twain made pre-made scrapbooks. He was one of the big pre-made scrapbook people. And there was also advancement with binding of scrapbooks. Now that you know the first point, let's move on to the second. In the 1900s, the purpose was record keeping. All of a sudden, everybody had an interest in genealogy, so, you know, that became important to keep records and pass down to future generations. And so it still kind of has the same purpose, but it's just a little bit different. Okay, some of the advancements were digital photos, which is really big. People started printing at their house. They had the internet to have online ideas so they could share it like that, and online shopping was also really big. And because of all that, the first scrapbook company was invented during the 1800s. It's called Keeping Memories Alive, and it's still there today in Utah. Okay? Now on to my third point, the 21st century. And although it's still important to pass down memories, part of the 21st century scrapbooking purpose is to release creativity. It's like a creative outlet. And some of the advancements, people now use blogs, and they talk about layout or creative ideas or what they're using now that's popular, and so that helps a lot. Digital scrapbooking is really big, and it's the use of the internet to make scrapbooks that you would make with hand, but with online things like clip art. Also scanners, they're more affordable now, so people can scan them at home and then use from the 1900s, their home printing skills. And Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Flickr, all those online things, that's actually a form of scrapbooking because it's photo sharing. And so really you guys, y'all photo share and y'all are scrapbookers in your own way. So, you know, the main purpose really of scrapbooking is to carry out memories for the future generations, and you all do it, you just may not realize it. And so to summarize everything, we looked at the 1800s where the photography came about, which really impacted scrapbooking. The 1900s where everybody looked into the past at their genealogy and record keeping became important. And the 21st century was really important because, you know, y'all photo share and everything's easily accessible. Okay? So pretty much I want y'all to be reinforced that scrapbooking is significant and it is important because it connects to the past and allows everybody after us to know about us. And there's a scrapbooker named Patricia Buckler, and she actually wrote the Scrapbook in American Life. And she pretty much sums up my speech by saying, scrapbooking is not just a craft or a way to pass time, but a serious activity designed to speak to the future about life as we know it. Thank you all.
That's an A, my friend.
How much was it?
5 to 2.5.